Hi, thanks for watching the second version of Jake Showcase here. So today what I want to talk about is the 100 most beautiful men, and how I looked at those guys as being inspirational for me to sort of make some adjustments. There was a time in my life that I was really searching for answers, and I really didn't know which way to go to have what I was doing wrong. It was very, very alone and very, very hard to find. So I wanted to make myself more attractive. I like women, and I didn't have any women. So what I did was I looked on the computer, and I'm going to show you right now here the list for what is attractive in modern society. So what I did here is I go on to Google and typed in 100 most beautiful men, and then the fifth one down here was this. This fifth one was the first one last year, and just to find out, like, okay, so what is attraction? What is attractive? Considered attractive, and what can I do for myself to make myself more attractive? And as you can see here through this list, there's a bunch of wide diversity here of different looks. Now, some of these guys are, have like long hair like this guy, and a lot of them have short hair like this guy. Some of them have tattoos like this guy. Now, on this list here, what you'll see that there's black guys, white guys, Chinese guys, Brazilians, Puerto Ricans. It's a real wide diversity of what is considered the most attractive for males. And in looking at this list of these different supermodels and actors, there's athletes in here, and just taking a look here at what's similar. The only thing I could actually see that might be similar is that they're all in shape. Now, not in shape like everybody's got to have six packs, which is what I thought. But when I counted here, there's only 7 of these guys, 7 out of the top 100 most beautiful men, actually have six packs. The fact that they're dressed sort of indicates that they probably don't want to show that off. So it's it's less likely that they have it. And I also noticed that 40 out of these guys have some sort of facial hair. This guy's dressed in pink. So, I mean, it doesn't get more different than that, for diversity. Ricky Martin, I know him, and, some of these guys are cool. Some of these guys I like. This guy, he's Oriental. He's got the hair sticking up, this guy. And, anyway, just take a stroll through the list here. What's considered, the most beautiful, and you try to find the common thread. And it's very difficult. Do you go into acting? Do you go into modeling? Do you do you go on a diet? Do you bulk up? You certainly don't bulk up. Like, notice these guys are not like big macho guys. They look fit, but they certainly don't look like they're gonna win any heavyweight lifting competitions anytime soon. They're certainly not fat. So this is one of the guys with the six packs there. But you'd be surprised that they're not as common as you might think. So we're getting down the list here. I'd like to show you, get down to number 1. And that guy's from Brazil. This guy, he's a young kid. His name's Francisco Lakowski or something. He's a young guy from Brazil. So there's nothing really. There's nothing, really strikingly similar about these, men than the fact that they're in, reasonable physical shape, at least from what I can see. So here's David Beckham. I know him. He's a soccer player, and this guy, Oriental guy, another Oriental guy, right? And this guy I thought was a Russian, but apparently he's Channing Tatum is apparently from Alabama. So I looked them up to just get an idea. What do these guys do? Like, what's really common? And there's Ashton Kutcher and Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is a guy who I really admired for, he's short like me. He's got, dark hair like I do. So, I've tried to, copy him and, take after what he, what he dresses like, real kind of similar style. It's something that I recommend is that, if you're looking for an answer, to try to find somebody who's kind of similar to you, if you're not sure what to wear. Like this guy here, he's got the black and the white, and we had a pink guy earlier. So, find somebody that, is similar, to you, or at least that's what I did. Right now I look at James Dean. James Dean is, the guy I admire most. He's the coolest guy. I've only actually, became familiar with him within the last, month, and I watched all his movies. He's a real cool guy. So this is your number one dude here, Mr. Josh Hartnett. And, quite frankly, I had never, I'd never heard of him. Right? So, if you can find familiarity, if you can find like a common thread there, more similar than the fact that they're all, in relatively good shape, then, you got me beat. But that just is, you have what you have. I'm a short guy. I'm only 5 foot. I'm only 5'5" or 5'6". So that's a real disadvantage, because women like guys that are much taller. It's actually one of the first things that they look for. So you have to work with what you have, right? Like if you don't have blue eyes, you don't have blue eyes. If you don't have you could muscle up and you can lean down, and that's something that's in your control. And I think that's really important. You got to see what's within your control that you can handle. Anyway, wanted to show you 100 most beautiful guys. Inspirational for me. Hopefully somebody else, that gives you an idea of inspirational for you. Alright, so I hope you have a wonderful day, and thanks for watching Jake's Showcase. Bye.